Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, let's show you what's in my everyday carry bag. So, because we live in Florida, we live in a very, very rural area. So I always keep a backpack with me because 9 times out of 10 I'm at least an hour away from the house. Sometimes farther than that. So, some of the stuff I'm going to show you that I carry every day in my backpack is going to seem a little weird to you because why would you? But at the same time, I'll explain why I carry it. And then this is just what I carry in my backpack. I also keep stuff in the car like I have a little hatchet set in the car that's under my floorboards in case for some reason I need something. Because again, between like where I work or where we go shopping and stuff like that, there's a lot of rural woods, and if something happens, I'd rather be prepared. So aside from my wallet, my keys, my cell phone, I keep a pocket knife on me, and then I keep a lighter. And I don't smoke or anything, I just keep a lighter just in case. And you'll notice with some of this stuff that I'm more of a just in case kind of person. So let me show you what's in the bag, and then this bag does not go to Disney with me. The bag itself might, but what's in the bag doesn't go to Disney. Usually that's a completely different setup, and I'll show you that another time. So I know the goal today is to hit Fort Clinch out in the Fernandina, Yulee area. And then beyond that, I don't know. Fort Clinch is also a state park, so they do have a lot of wooded areas that will go kind of like walking through trails and stuff, and then they have a beach area, and then who knows what other kind of adventures and shenanigans that we're going to get up to. It's me and the kids today. They're on spring break. I took some time off to hang out with them. It's the first time in 15 years or 15, Jordan's only 12, 12 years that I've been able to do something like that. So this is kind of exciting for me. So I've got different things planned each day that we're going to do. Let's get into the bag and get into some adventures. All right, so this bag, Kristen actually just bought me this bag the other day because it was on sale for $30 and it was 30% off, and it's a really nice bag. It's got little these little areas down here where you can clip stuff. These are just looks, but this is the Hydra symbol. If you watch any kind of Marvel movies, you'll get what this is. It also has this down here that lets you tighten the bottom, so if you're trying to make sure nothing moves, because it does have an area for a laptop if you want to carry one. I'm not going to carry one, but if I ever wanted to use this as a travel bag, that's there to keep all my stuff safe. So first pocket's this pocket up here. So this is actually, because I had bariatric surgery, it's actually just some B12 and some calcium, because I have to take calcium every few hours. I got to take 4 a day, and then B12 I take about 3 a day. That's just particular to my surgery, not something you necessarily have to have, so there's that. And then I also keep this little guy, which is just a pair of pliers, and there's different things in there. So there's a fish scaler, you know, it's just a multi-tool. It's got different needs for it, and I've actually used that quite a lot at work. People are like, hey, do you have a screwdriver? And I'm like, actually I do. Let me show you, or let me get it for you. So that actually comes in handy a whole lot. The next pocket is this side pocket here. So there is actually nothing. Oh, sorry. This is just a charger for cell phones. You can plug it in the car, and you can plug it into a wall, and it'll charge 2 USBs. So that stays in there for just whenever, like if we end up somewhere else. And the only thing in there is this little pocket here has like 6 or 7 wet wipes. But other than that, nothing else in that pocket. And that's just because I haven't found anything I want to store there. So the next pocket's going to be one of the top pockets. So, I'll pull some of this stuff out, and then I'll show you. So I keep 2 pens and a marker, because you never know when a marker is going to come in handy. That is 2 backup battery packs for cell phones, tablets, whatever, camera, and then I've got a regular USB, and then because I have an S8, it's got a special tip on it. I've got my S8 USB there, a flashlight. This has got, it's got 2 different zooms on it, and it's super, super bright. And then this is called elbow grease. It's actually like a lotion. It can be used like if you get some kind of bite or some kind of insect sting. It kind of helps cool it off. Also, like if you have dry hands, which I've been having lately, that's there. This Pocket here, I think, has my magic bands because we went off recently and I just shoved them in there, so that's the only reason they're in there. And then I keep this on me. The reason I keep this is just in case we need some kind of long knife, some kind of pry bar. It works as both. The handle's got duct tape on it. There's a dual purpose for the duct tape because duct tape does burn really well. So if you need to build a fire, the glue on duct tape is highly flammable. So that's in there in case we just need to cut something, aside from my pocket knife, where if like my pocket knife just isn't strong enough, this guy will do it because it's a straight blade. So I will tell you that in the state of Florida, keeping this concealed on your person is illegal unless you have a concealed carry license. So if for some reason you do get stopped and they ask you if you have any weapons, you have to make sure you disclose that stuff unless it's visible. In the state of Florida, if it's visible, you're okay. There's actually not a restriction on the size of knife you can really carry in the state of Florida as long as it is visible to the arresting officer or the officer that's questioning you, because then they can actually see it and get to it. But that stays in there just in case. If we go walking through the woods or somewhere where I'm not sure what the trail is like, I'll probably put that on my belt because it does have a belt loop on it. But anyway, so that's that pocket. So, and then in the main pocket, the only thing in there right now, because of what we're going to do, we're going out to the fort and stuff, is my camera and tripod. Oh, I forgot to tell you. So I do keep these things in there. So this is just my Nintendo DS in case we end up somewhere where I have to wait for a long time. Just gives me something extra to do and I'm not burning the battery on my phone. Or if the kids forget their phones or something, I have a DS. And then this is just a notebook. I write a lot. And sometimes it's random stuff. This has got different video ideas, or let's say I get someplace and I was like, oh, I should come back and do a video about that. I have this to write on. Plus it's, you know, dry paper in case something's needed. So yeah, it's not a super huge pocket. It's actually meant for like a laptop and stuff, but there's my big tripod. And then my, I know you can't see it because it's dark, but my Nikon, it's right there. It's a little bit bigger than the S7 here that we're using, or the G7 that we're here using. So that is just my standard let's go have an adventure carry bag slash if we get lost in the woods bag. Again, I keep some stuff in the car too, just in case we break down for whatever reason. So, because we do a lot of long journeys, you know, 3 hours to Moultrie or 3 hours to Orlando. But yeah, so I'm gonna pack this guy back in this bag, and then me and the kids are gonna go on a little adventure. So the other thing I forgot, if you notice, there was a little green clip on the top rack of the bag. Water bottles. I keep a water bottle on me constantly. Particularly because of my surgery, I have to keep drinking every so many minutes, every so many half hour. I've got to get like 90 ounces down. So I usually keep 2 glasses. I keep a cup in the car that's usually got ice and maybe some unsweet tea or some Splenda tea. And then I keep a water bottle with me, and then I make the kids carry them a water bottle as well. Plus, if we're in the parks, I usually get a bigger carbiner and they can carbine all their water bottles to my backpack. But unlike the Disney bag, this one doesn't have a side pocket to set your water bottle in, so I use a carbiner instead and clip it through the loop of the bag. So now, the difference between this bag and my Disney bag, I'll give you a little rundown and then I'll show you whenever we pack the next one. The Disney bag carries ponchos, chargers, cables, camera. Actually, this camera is usually on my hip. And then snacks and water and stuff. That's to go in the parks. That's all we carry into the parks is water bottles, ponchos. Usually the backpack's there in case we need to carry stuff out of the park that we don't want to have in our hands all day. We can throw it in the bag and carry it with us. So that's really all that one's for. So, but anyways, like I said, that's kind of my everyday carry bag. I swap some stuff out, again, depending on what I'm doing. Today, we're going to a rural area, kind of out towards the beach area, but it's pretty close to civilization, so I don't need as many woodsy type things. Now, were I going out trekking in the woods, this backpack's gonna have ace bandages and things like that, which are in my car, so I would stop where we're at, throw all that stuff in the pack, and go. On any given day, this pack can weigh anywhere from 10 to 50 pounds, depending on what I'm doing and where I'm going, because I like to be prepared just in case. And I'm gonna change hats. Now we're ready for an adventure. So, that's the end of this little quick video of my bag. Till tomorrow.